Hello everyone, this is Patrick and welcome to a tutorial on installing Mixpost Lite with Docker. Now this version uses Windows, specifically Docker Desktop, to install it, and it should work on Mac as well. So the first thing you want to do is to go to the DNS setup. As we're just hosting a local host, we can kind of ignore it since nothing we do here will matter anyway. And the next step is to install Docker. Now, to do this, you'll want to go to Docker Desktop. And once you do, you should be able to just download Docker Desktop and install it. Once you install it, don't do anything yet, but just launch it and have it run in the background. The next thing we want to do is create a Docker Compose file. There are two options, with SSL and without SSL support. The version with SSL support seems to be a newer one that unfortunately breaks, so you want to choose the one without SSL support and just paste it into a docker compose.yml file. You don't need to change anything of this, you can just have it sitting here. And now we have the environment file available. In the environment file, we want the name, which we'll just call Mixpost. We have a key used to encrypt and decrypt sensitive data. We get it from this encryption key generator, which is linked here, and paste it in. Just paste the whole thing from here in there. We have a domain or subdomain. In this case, we just put in a dummy domain here. We have the full application URL. Now, since we're using we don't have SL, so we want to just change this to HTTP instead of HTTPS. And change nothing else. We have a MySQL connection set up where we just put in a dummy database. We put in a database, a username, and a password for the MySQL connection. And finally, we have a email address to be used for SSL certificate notification registrations and notifications. We just put dummy here because we have no SSL certificate. And the next thing we need to do here is to navigate to the folder we put our previous two files in. In this case, I put them in a folder called Mixpost, and now we will just run docker compose upd. As you can see, we have all the containers created and started. We can now run docker compose logs f to get the logs. We should now, if you're launching this for the first time, it will take much longer than it takes for me. But here you can see that it just says Mixpost has started. That's what we're watching for. And to exit the log reading, just do Control C or whatever your local equivalent is. To access your thing now, you go to localhost 9000, and you're now here. And now to stop the container, run docker compose stop. And to delete them, you just do docker compose down, or go to Docker Desktop and manually shut them down. So once they stop, we have everything here, and that's everything you need to know to install Docker Desktop on Windows or Mac. Now, I don't exactly know why and haven't found a fix to it, but this tutorial won't work if you've already tried to install Docker before. If you've already tried to install Mixpost, even if you failed, as long as it's created the volume, for some reason, if you try to log in, it will throw an error for internal server error. That's one thing to watch out for, so be sure in general to only try creating Mixpost once. Thank you for watching.